Okay, hello everybody. Today what we're going to do is we are starting our final unit for Algebra Prep, and we're going to study factors and factoring. And this week it's going to start with a couple just definitions today of what a factor is, and then we're going to go through and find the greatest common factor. So the main couple things you need to know here are a number like 6. If I ask you about the factors of 6, well, those are the numbers that multiply together to get 6. So I could say that the number 6 is equal to 3 times 2, or I could have said 1 times 6, but 3 times 2. So we call both of these numbers, 3 is a factor and 2 is a factor. Those numbers are factors. And then 6 is called a product. It's the answer when you multiply. So mainly today we're going to start with the number 6, and we're going to talk about its factors, or the things that multiply together to get 6. Okay? And specifically, we're going to look for the greatest common factor between two numbers. So I might give you a number like 30 and a number like 45, and your job is to, I would say, start with the number 30, and we're going to write every single factor pair of 30 that there is. Now, I like to start with the number 1 and say, well, 1 times 30 is 30. Okay? Then from 1, I just go to the next one, 2. Okay, no, 30 is an even number. 2 times 15. The next one is 3. 3 times 10. And then I'll go 4. Well, 4 doesn't go into 30 evenly. 5 does, though. 5 times 6. And then the next one would be 6, but I already have 6 on my list. So I know that I have a complete list. These are all the ways to multiply to get 30 is the answer. 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, 5 times 6. So really there are 8 different factors of 30. 8 different possible factors of 30. Okay? Now this list is complete. Now with 45, I'm going to do the same thing and start in the same place. It's really important to get a complete list of all the possible factors of each number if I'm going to find the greatest one common to both lists. Okay? 45. 1 times 45. Now, 45 is odd, so 2 will not go into it. But 3 times 15. 4 would go into 44, but not 45. 5 times 9. 6 does not go into 45. 7 does not. 8 does not. Oh, but 9 does, but I already have 9 on my list. So I have here a complete set of factors of 30, a complete set of factors of 45, and the greatest common factor, all that is the biggest number that shows up in both lists. In this case, is the number 15. I would say the greatest common factor, or the GCF, of 30 and 45 is just the number 15. So that's all you're doing today in your work. I want to see, they're going to give you two numbers like 30 and 45. I want to see the complete list of factor pairs of 30. I'm looking for the complete list of factor pairs of 45. And then just go ahead and circle the biggest number that appears in both lists, and we're going to write that number here. Okay. Now this is something we're going to build on. We're going to spend a lot of time on this. We're going to study factors for the remainder of the school year. So I encourage you to actually write these lists out this week and have kind of fun with it. So have a great day. See you folks later.